Now for number 5, we have different number lines shown. It says write 2 different fractions for the dot on the number line. You may use halves, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, and eighths. Use fraction strips to help you if necessary. So that's the tape diagram that we draw on top. So now let's see. Here our whole has how many parts? 1, 2, and 3 parts. So that means this is your thirds, right? So since this is your thirds, I'm going to start labeling my thirds, and make sure you box again the fractions that equals to a whole. Now as you can see, it's already on 1/3. Okay, so I'm gonna write 1/3. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna choose between halves and thirds and fourths, fifths, sixths, or eighths. Which one do you think is easier? I think since we have 3 spaces, we can use 6, because 6, it's pretty easy to divide your thirds into 6 by just drawing the tick mark in the middle. Now we can label 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, and 6, 6. There you go. Now, did we find something equivalent to 1/3? Yes, we did. It's 2, 6. That's easy. All right, I'm gonna leave this for you to work on, okay? Just like what we do in the classroom. And this as well. Now, let's move on to this one. The third example. It says 1 and 2. That means this is just a whole, okay? And how many spaces do I have? I see 4 spaces. That means I have fourths. So I'm going to start labeling my fourths. And now I know that this is 1/4, so write this down. Now since it's a fourth, you can also use halves by combining the tick marks of the fourths, okay? Let me use the purple marker, okay? Now this is my 1 whole, and this is my 1/2. It didn't fall. So now we can use our eighths. Okay, so let's split this in eighths. So see, when you do trial and error, you can find a different way to solve your problem. It's what you call struggling while learning. Okay, so here we have 0/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8, 8/8. That's a whole, that's a whole. We forgot to box the whole, but it's not too late to box them. Now, did you find something equivalent to 1/4? Yes, we did. It's 2/8. It's pretty easy, boys and girls. Now you can play the video over and over if you get confused, okay? So now we have our application. We can apply this by answering your last problem in your problem sets, okay? Let's read together. Cameron and Terrence plan to run in the city race on Saturday. Cameron has decided that he will divide his race into 3 equal parts and will stop to rest after running 2 of them. Terrence divides his race into 6 equal parts and will stop and rest after running 2 of them. Will the boys rest at the same spot in the race? Why or why not? Draw a number line to explain your answer. So here, boys and girls, this is what we do for RDW. That is our reading. We annotate the problem and make sure that we answer questions. I see 1 question mark, 2 question marks, and then of course there's a word explain. That means you need to explain why your answer, why you gave that answer. Okay? So I'm going to use my black marker for the number line. And it says for Cameron will be blue, okay? He decided for 3 equal parts. So now 3 equal parts like this. Cameron will have 0/3, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And where is that rest stop? 2 of them. Running after 2 of them. So that means Cameron will stop right here because it's 1, 2. Okay, now 4, what's the name? Terrence. He divides it into 6. So I'm going to have 1 whole. Okay, that's 1. And then the 6 will begin right here in half of the thirds. And then label 0, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 3, 6, 4, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. Did you find it says running 2 of them? So this is Terrence and this is Cameron. Will the boys rest at the same spot? The answer is no. And why or why not? Because you can say that Terrence stopped on 1/3 actually, or 2/6, and Cameron stopped on 2/3 or 4/6. And that's how we explain our answer. Okay, boys and girls, I hope that you understand our lesson 23 for today. I want to make sure that you answer your RDW, and it's already linked in your schedule, and also your exit tickets. I'll see you guys on lesson 24.